Today on the update we are going to look at the Hackstock event and also the Oculus Quest that's just launched. All that coming up on this week's weekly updates. Hi, greetings and welcome fellow YouTubers out there. Man, we have had a hectic 2 weeks over the past 2 weeks. Firstly, we had the finals come in from the 48-hour film challenge, which I managed to get the rights to do the 5-minute movie nights for, so that's coming good. We had the Hackstock event that was going on alongside with Sci-Fi London. They're doing their thing, we was doing our thing, and we also had the launch of the Quest. So all great things that are going around and so much things that we want to do and look at. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Right, okay, first up, as I said, yes, last week we had Sci-Fi London, which is short for Science Fiction and Fantastic Film Festival. And one of the things that they do during Sci-Fi London is the 48-hour film challenge. In this 48-hour film challenge, you're given something like a prop or a comment that you need to say. Maybe you need to say these lines of code or text or whatever. And a theme, and once you've gotten that, you've then got 48 hours to make a film. We've been doing this 48-hour film challenge for quite some time, so we've had some pretty decent winners previously. As I said, one of our previous winners that was a couple of years back went on to create Monsters and a film called Star Wars Rogue One. So we do have a few claims to fame in there. And this year we did get quite a few good and decent entries, and I've managed to get 20 of the finals. So that's 10 runners-up and 10 shortlists. So, sorry, 10 long list and 10 short list. What I'll do is I will put, over the next couple of days, I will create a little trailer for these, just so you got an idea of what's coming up. And then I will do what I did last year, was the 5-minute movie night. Once every Saturday night at, say, about 6 or 7 o'clock, I will upload the film, or I'll schedule the film. I will load them up at one point and then just schedule them to go on Saturday night, so that each Saturday night you'll have a 5-minute movie night, which I think went really well last year, and I look forward to seeing what the feedback is that we'll get this year. I also got a list of some of the not so good, some of the other entries that didn't make either the short or long list. I think there's about 30 or 40 of them. I'm not quite too sure what we should do with these. I mean, do you guys want me to put those out there for you? Do you want to see them? Even though they're not of higher quality as the ones that made the short and long list. But let me know in the comments what you think I should do with these 30 or 40 other 30 or 40 other entries for the Sci-Fi London. Now, Hackstock. The Hackstock's my baby. Well, I like to say it's my baby. It's a person, one of the guys called James, who actually runs Hackstock. Now, this year we had a bit of an incident which caused us not to be up at full speed. One of our members, or one of the leading members, I'm not going to go into too much details or too names, was involved in a bit of an incident and was sent to hospital with some serious injuries, and also some lost equipment. He is recovering fine, and I wish him all the best. I hope that he gets better, and from what I've heard, he is on the mend at the moment. So I am unfortunately, the Hackstock event wasn't full with all the equipment and all the stuff that we was doing, but we still had a pretty damn good line out. I mean, we basically had someone there with a particular VR headset. It wasn't Rift or Vive, it was a bespoke headset that they managed to get an adaptation for Beat Saber, so we got people like playing Beat Saber. We had a looking glass, a little glass, I think it was called Looking Glass, which basically had a three-dimensional hologram that was projected onto it, and that three-dimensional hologram was actually taken from a sort of something that looks like an Xbox sensor. I mean, it was made by Xbox, but the sensor was a massive sensor, and it's kind of determined the three-dimensional area in front of it, so you could actually see things like the person that was standing as he was doing. This hologrammatic technology was what we used in a previous year as something that was called Double Me. Now, Double Me was used in conjunction with the HoloLens at that time, and a few other bits of technology. Now, the Double Me, basically we had like a small orchestra that was going on in a room somewhere else on campus, that was taking the full three-dimensional holographic image and broadcasting that live to a server that was picked up by the HoloLenses. So we got like several people that had the HoloLenses, so when they looked through the HoloLens they could actually see and hear the orchestra playing out in a sort of a portal that was laid down on the area in a massive venue, which I think was a really quite cool effect when they put it to good use. We also had another I'm going to say, what's the best way of putting this? It is an audio visual sensory stimulation therapy, whatever the scientific term for that is. Basically, you lay down on this sort of air-filled couch and you close your eyes. You listen to a certain type of audio. I mean, it's not music, it's not it's a weird sounding audio, and lights are flashed in your eyes whilst your eyes are closed, and it looks like someone's being brainwashed when you actually look at it from the outside. But lights start flashing in your eyes, and you start seeing whilst your eyes are closed, and the lights are flashing in your eyes, and you're feeling the vibrations in the haptic feedback. The haptic vest that they put on you, and also the sounds coming from your headset. You start seeing images in your eyes. You start seeing patterns, and sometimes you might even start. I actually start seeing like religious symbols start appearing up into my eyes, and all it was just random flashes of lights. Well, I wouldn't say random. They were more in like a certain pattern, and it was a pretty impressive experience all round. Yeah, so we had a lot of developers that come through. Well, when I say developers, most of the people that attended the Hackstock event were more of the filmmakers from the 48-hour film challenge I mentioned earlier, but we also had a few other film developers shaking hands, greasing palms. Well, okay, no greasing palms, but shaking hands, offering cards out, and just generally had a pretty good time all round. So if anyone that came to visit from out there, thanks very much for joining. Sorry if I didn't get to see you, but it really was pretty much a decent time. I'm going to create a couple of more videos after this video. So I'm going to create a trailer for Hackstock event. I'm going to create a trailer for the 48-hour film festival. I'm going to do a full video for the Hackstock event as well as 20 or so odd videos for the 5-minute movie night. So just to let you know, these are some of the other videos that will be coming out through here. Okay, so that was all the things that were going on with Hackstock. Next up, we have the Quest. Ow! It finally came! Eventually! Yay! I was a little bit annoyed at Amazon say, sorry, you're not going to get it day one on like the 21st when everyone else was getting it. And it's going to be coming something like late on day 2 or maybe even day 3. And so that was kind of annoying that I wasn't getting it like straight away, and everyone else I saw on YouTube or Twitter and say, hey, guess what I've got? And I say, you lucky bastard, you lucky bastard, where's mine? Oh well, first world problems right here, but hey ho, we finally got it. I was expecting it to come around about 8 or 9 p.m. to one of my Amazon lockers nearby, but they actually said that it came up much earlier. So as soon as I saw that, I was straight down there. Sorry, I'm going to lunch, and I was gone. So I went down there, picked up the package, and I was pretty much like sitting there in front of the package. So, is it F work o'clock yet? Is it F work o'clock yet? What time is it? What time is it? Can we go home now? I was just like sitting there. So most people watch the clock. I was just watching the box. Like, come on, when are we doing it? When can I go? But yeah, there seems to be okay. Now I have a few ups and a few downs for the Oculus Quest. As you can see, another video that I'm going to be doing is the unboxing for the Quest, because I did a small little unboxing video for that. So that's another video that I've got to make. Lots of videos being made, and we've got a nice bank holiday weekend to start working and doing them all in. So yay. Okay. Right, now the Quest, goods, pros and cons, negatives. So it has its ups and its downs. Firstly, it has a high resolution. It's got a much higher resolution on the eyepiece than what the PSVR is. So therefore you get more crystal quality for your headset. The downside is it hurts your eyes after a long period of use. So I find that I got a lot more eye strain out of the Quest than when I do play on the PSVR. Remember, I was on PSVR for a full 24 hours when I did my Skyrim challenge. I don't think that I can do that with the Quest yet. Although I haven't destroyed my eyes so badly that I can't do it yet. But it was kind of painful after a while, and I did notice the power when I had it plugged in and charging, because after I was actually saying that, I've pretty much been playing VR chat for hours on end, and my headset kept on running out of power, so I had to plug the headset in, and I noticed it gets getting warm. So yes, you can play this for quite a few hours, despite the fact that it does strain your eyes a little bit. But you get used to it, as you do with everything. Okay, like I said, pros. There was a lot of stuff on the stores for a day one purchase. There's lots of free stuff out there that you can try, like that Bozo alien character, and there's an escape thing. There's the tutorials that start up. I think that was one of the better tutorials that I've seen for a VR headset. Although, admittedly, I haven't seen much. But when I first put the headset on, it went straight into the tutorial. The first time it recognised it was the first time use. It went straight into that tutorial, and I think it was pretty decent. It got you quite going into there. So that you press and hold these buttons to do such and such manoeuvres and movements, and you start like throwing around paper airplanes, launching rockets, remote controlled airships. It was small, but it was impressive for a startup tutorial, and I must admit I quite enjoyed that. So yeah, that's another positive. There is a lot of stuff that's in the store that's free that you can download straight away and play with before you need to spend a penny on anything else. I mean, I haven't spent anything yet, and I've had a good time. Mostly playing VR chat. I mean, VR chat is quite awesome. Which comes to VR chat. Now, I know that VR chat seems to be the Oculus version of Rec Room. And I have been, there seems to be like a PC version and a Quest-based version. And I've had a little look into how to create rooms for this. And it's using one of my old favourite tools, which is Unity. So I'm going to start looking into Unity programming, because I did a little bit of Unity programming previously, and I'm going to start seeing if I can make some more rooms for that. So that would be cool if I can make some decent rooms. I know I said things similar about this. Yeah, I'll create some rooms in Rec Room. Yeah, I'll create some games in Dreams, and yet nothing's really happened on those yet. Reasons: procrastination, me playing other games and just not wanting to. But Unity is very much close to another program that I use called 3D Studio Max, in the essence of how it uses three-dimensional space and nothing else. Yeah, I do understand Unity is quite heavy in the programming side of it, and it is totally unlike 3ds Max. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of Unity programming there, and I think that I might actually be able to make something out there. So after I've managed to make all of these little videos that I said that I'm going to be making over the next couple of days, I'm going to start trying to see if I can build some Unity rooms. I think that would be cool to have like a nice little chat room. I'll see if I can create something for gamer tags. Say, hey, I know how you like all these rooms that you do in Rec Room. Let me see if I can make some stuff in VR chat. So that's another good thing. That's, yeah, VR chat, totally awesome, loving it, perfect, great system. Yeah, now there was some cons with the fact, well, the remote controls. I didn't like the fact that the remote controls have to use a battery, but the life expectancy of these are actually quite decent. I mean, I've been using this for pretty much some time now, for like several hours yesterday and several hours today. I don't think it's gone down below 80% yet. So the controllers, even though there is a battery usage, it certainly makes a lot of those battery usage. But I am still going to see if I can invest in getting a charging dock, so I can actually replace those batteries when the time comes. Probably about after a week. I could probably get on, as estimate, about a week's worth of usage out of those those controllers, before I will need to change the batteries. Now, there are some good games that are in the store that you have to purchase. So games like, as I said, Beat Saber, Super Hot, Moss, all these games which I've already got on the PlayStation VR, PSVR, I find myself very hard to come to buy them again, especially considering how low I am on cash funds at the moment. So I don't think that I will be getting things that I've already got on the PlayStation VR. If you want to see those, I can just reload them up on the PSVR and just go at them. But there are some other games that I'm very interested in. Vader Immortal is a must. It's short though. It is short, but it is an episodic game. Seems to be episode 1 of a multitude. Orbus is kind of expensive, nearly about 30 quid. But I think I am kind of looking forward to that. It's a VR MMORPG. One of the and probably going to be my first foray into a VR MMORPG. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, even though I've got some doubts about the game itself. But I'll leave those until I've actually tried it. Dead and Buried 2 looks awesome. That is one that's been registered with the Arena Scale. With the arena scale gameplay that I've seen previously on other YouTube channels, where basically they've hired out an entire squash court and they filled it up with boxes, and then the people were like running around shooting each other in their own virtual environment, and you had someone up with an iPad that was looking onto the environment as they saw the players playing around, and it looks awesome. Even though what I said earlier, I might get Beat Saber just so that I can play Beat Saber on the train and start knocking people around. Can you just imagine that? Like people like go boom, 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 get out of the way. Yeah, just imagine playing Beat Saber on a crowded, cram-packed train, knocking everyone. I'll make sure that I'll have that filmed if I do that, though. I am going to make sure I film that if I do that. Yes. Oh, what other games have we got out there? There were quite a few other games that I saw that I thought was quite interesting. Oh yes, Unplugged, Robo Recall Unplugged. I'm going to be getting that one as well in time, because at the moment there's a couple of things that are coming out on the PlayStation VR which I'm looking forward to. But I'll talk about the games that are coming out on the VR soon at the end of this video when I finished up here. But yeah, Robo Recall 2 I think looks like an interesting game, and I want to get that. And I am going to be getting that Fear one, House of Fears or Face Your Fears. I think Face Your Fears, you know, the one with all the spiders and Loch Ness monsters under boathouses and such. And yeah, because I saw someone say, "Oh, Face Your Fears is absolutely awesome on the Oculus. You will scare yourself witless." I thought, okay, challenge accepted. You know me and games. I hardly find games scary. In fact, when we was going through that house game, I was just like chilling and chatting at you. Oh, something jumped out at you. Yeah, fine, sorry. By the way, how's your day going? I don't really. Well, most people when they play scary games, they freak out, and that is great for a reaction channel. But the reason why I would never be any good at a reaction channel is because I don't freak out. I freak in. I do get the moments, but I get that inside. I freak in. And all you'll get from my facial expression is this. That'll be it. So unfortunately that really doesn't react well on YouTube. So that's one of the reasons why I never made a React channel. That, and I think reactors are pretty much scam sometimes. I just hated the fact, I always hated that whenever I wanted to try and see if I can find a specific video out on there, such as like I wanted to see what this fuss about furry force is, I see about 1,001 different people reacting to furry force, but I can never actually find the goddamn video itself. It was really hard. Now I think they started cracking down on reactors to try and tone it down a little bit, to get not many people out there, which I think is a good thing, because when I look for a video, I want to watch the video that I'm looking for. I don't want to see other people reacting to it, because I want to react to it. But hey-oh. Cool. That was all up on the Quest and some other things that are not about the Quest. Yes, the Guardian system. Now, the Guardian system works in two ways at the moment. You can either map out a little area on the floor, and if you step over that, then the camera flips into view so you can actually see the room around you. Or you've got the stand-in, sit-in position, a stationary position, which just basically puts a circle around you and say, right, that's your space. And if you move out there, then the cameras flip in. Now, I am currently trying to figure out how to stream from the Quest at the moment. There is on the main menu option a go live option, but when I try clicking on that, it goes to Facebook. And I'm thinking, no, I am not wanting to stream to Facebook. I want to stream to YouTube. So hopefully they might actually update that in the future so you can actually go live to YouTube rather than go live to Facebook. But in the meantime, I have to connect it to my laptop. Now the problem with that is they said that you need to use the cable that was provided. The cable that was provided is a USB type C. So my laptop only uses USB type 2 or 3. I think it's 3. But you can't connect USB type C to USB type 3. So I'm trying to see if I can get a converter that I can use that to plug my headset into the laptop. And once I've plugged the headset into the laptop, I will then be able to stream, and then I'll be able to bring you guys things like Vader Immortal and other things that's going on. And I want to try and see if I can do another little sidekick. It might take me a little bit of setup in the kitchen, because as I was saying to some of you guys, some of the things that I want to do is I kind of like the idea of cooking. Now, a lot of times at night when my missus comes home, I have to like make dinner for her, so I can't do any more streaming. I have to cut off my YouTube channel, and then I start like cooking dinner and getting everything all ready for her. So, considering that the Oculus Quest is now mobile and you can actually move it anywhere you like, how about trying to see if I can mix up a little bit of cooking dinner and streaming games at the same time. So what I was more or less thinking of was putting like that Guardian system to just outside of reach of the stove, and basically try and see if I can mix and match up cooking dinner whilst playing games. So therefore frying bacon and shooting aliens. So what could possibly go wrong? So that's one of the ideas I think I will be quite looking forward to once I've figured out how to get this streaming system working. So keep an eye out for cooking with the Oculus, or cooking on the Oculus, or something along those lines. But yeah, I don't recommend you guys trying that at home. I shouldn't be trying this either, but I need subs. Yeah, okay. Well, that's pretty much that for the Quest. All the good stuff, or wonderful stuff that we're looking forward to, and things that are coming up. Now, speaking of things that are coming up, I noticed there are a couple of things that are coming out on PSVR. One of them was, I noticed a trailer for Doctor Who, End of Times or something. I'm not too sure, but it's a PSVR title for Doctor Who, and some of the graphics looks really amazing. They've only given us a teaser trailer so far, but come on, Doctor Who in PSVR with decent graphics. I mean, we want that. We want Doctor Who in our lives. We want proper Doctor Who in our lives. So I had to rephrase that. We want Not some of the garbage that have been out lately. We want some decent Doctor Who stuff, and in VR it's going to be awesome. So looking out for that. I think up and coming in the next week we've got Blood and Truth that's coming out. So when that comes out, I'm going to be getting that game, and I am going to be doing a little bit of a live stream of that game as a first time playthrough, see what it's like. I've got some good things about it. I saw the advert for Blood and Truth and was absolutely amazed. So we look forward to a live stream of Blood and Truth when that comes out. Okay, so that's all the time we've got for tonight. I do hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed playing it and creating it. Lots of stuff that's coming out. As I said, we've got videos galore that I need to be making. I've got a nice long bank holiday weekend to make it in. Lots of quite a few games that are coming out on both the Quest and PSVR. Looks like we're going to be expanding our titles. So going forward, lots to look forward to. As always, with PlayStation, with VR, this industry's growing. You guys are great. The industry's great. VR's great. PSVR's great. Oculus is great. Everything's great. Come on, let's see if we can get my wallet great as well. Well, as I said, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed creating this. Thanks very much, and I'll see you guys out there.